swinging in, and it's a fair ball, and WAYZATA wins it. Champlin Park back to state for the third straight year.
Hello and welcome to Sports Jam. I'm Jay Wilcox.
I'm John Jacobson. It's a full show of basketball this week with state girls and section boys tournament highlights, plus highlights from the state adapted floor hockey tournament.
Let's start with a big week of boys basketball section finals. Osseo survived a double overtime battle with Champlin Park in the Section 5 4A semis to advance to the championship game. There, the third-seeded Orioles facing top-seed Park Center for the section championship. The Pirates get off to a good start. Jarius Cook nails the jumper on his way to a team-high 23 points. They go inside to DJ Purnell for 2 of his 11 points, and Park Center is up 12-7. Osseo gets it going, though. Johnson Fala sinks the long 3 to pull the Orioles within 14-12. He has a great game. Zach Tyson hits a 3 and is fouled. His free throw makes it a 4-point play, but Osseo is still down by 1 at the half. Park Center makes a push early in the second as Dane Danger gets the dunk for a 5-point Pirates lead. Back comes Osseo. Fala scores 2 inside to tie it. He scores 13 total. Cornell Richardson with a nice fake, and he banks in 2 for a 49-47 Orioles lead. Emmette Page gets it to Richard Mulbah for 2 in transition. He scores 13, and Osseo is up 6. Park Center doesn't quit, though. Datavius Frierson gets the dunk in the final minute to pull PC within 2. But on a night when both teams struggle at the free throw line, Fowler makes 5 of 6 in the second half. Osseo wins it 61-57. The Orioles are seeded 5th for the state tournament and play 4th seed Eden Prairie in the quarterfinals. That game is at noon Wednesday at Target Center, and we will hear from the Orioles later in the show. Maple Grove's boys were looking to win their 3rd straight Section 8 championship. The Crimson facing Buffalo for that Section 8 title. Nate Adams drives and scores on a short bank shot. He scores 15 for the Crimson. Matt Willard is a great shooter for Buffalo. He buries a long 3 on his way to a 26-point game. Brandon Motz hits 3 first-half threes for Buffalo. They lead 16-13 after this one. Alex Batiste grabs the offensive rebound and scores, plus a foul, and it's 21-16 Crimson. Jared Rainey gets the steal at one end and takes it all the way for a layup, plus a foul, and Maple Grove's up 29-22. But Willard answers with a buzzer-beating bomb for Buffalo, and they're within 4 at halftime. To second half action, Mac Wilner deflects a pass and chases it down for a layup, and the Crimson lead it 35-30. Rainey continues to shine. He buries a 3 from the left side on his way to a team-high 21 points. And Jordan Stensland has a strong second half, scoring 10 of his 13 as Maple Grove celebrates its 3rd straight section title with a 66-52 win, despite graduating most of last year's lineup.
Yeah, it's a great feeling, especially coming into the season. Not a lot of people had faith in us. You know, we lost a lot of good talent from last year, all our seniors, and just to come in and just to prove everybody wrong, it's a good feeling, and it's a great win.
Maple Grove is one of the unseeded teams in the 4A tournament. They play 3rd seed Lakeville North in the quarterfinals Wednesday afternoon at 4 at Target Center.
For the 2nd year in a row, WAYZATA and Hopkins met for the Section 6 Class 4A championship. The Trojans won in 2017, but they came in as the underdog in last week's title game. The Royals having won the 2 regular season meetings. Kerwin Walton is big early for the Royals as he drives baseline and scores. Then Anthony Watson with a nice pass to Dane Zimmer, and he gives Hopkins an 8-point lead. Tanner Jonas threads the bounce pass to Drew Gallatin. He scores for WAYZATA. Akeen Woods goes baseline. He scores for an 11-point Hopkins lead. But WAYZATA starts to come back. Jacob Benega hits for 3. Trojans lead 34-31 at halftime. Second half, Gallatin drives right at Hopkins' 7-footer Joe Hedstrom and scores. Zeke Najee hits a 15-footer for the Royals. It's 43-all. At the other end, Benega nails the quick jumper plus a foul. He scores 30 points in the game. WAYZATA freshman Cody Williams hits a big three-pointer here from the corner, and the Trojans stay in front. Luke Paulson drives down the lane. He'll hit the tough shot for a 55-49 Trojans lead with 3 minutes to go. Hopkins cuts into the lead. Najee's three makes it 57-55 with under a minute to play. WAYZATA is perfect from the free throw line. They seal the win. For the second year in a row, the Trojans are headed to the Target Center in the state tournament.
Last year we graduated 7 seniors from one of the best teams in the history of the school, and I think that culture that they helped create and our other guys that graduated the year before helped create continued this year.
It's been the most fun year of basketball I've had because seeing the younger kids grow, both on the court and off the court, has been something special to see. And you saw it tonight, Camden and Cody, even though they may not have scored that much, they were huge parts of our win.
WAYZATA is unseeded for the state tournament. They play top-seeded Cretin-Derham Hall in the quarterfinals. That game is Wednesday at 10 a.m. at the Target Center. In Class 2A, the Brooklyn Center boys were looking to make it to the state tournament for the first time since the early 1980s. Brooklyn Center taking on top-seeded Minneapolis North in the Section 5AA final. The Centaurs played well right from the start. Mon Decker steps into a three-pointer to give Brooklyn Center an 18-15 lead. The Polars are dangerous in transition. Zion Sanford with a great finish at the rim here. Odell Wilson, tough player to keep off the boards. North Senior puts back 2 of his 21 points. This one stays close early. But Brooklyn Center surges into the lead late in the first half. Off a North turnover, it's Roland Ross to Lakai Patterson for the layup. BC leads 37-27 at halftime. Second half, off the inbound pass, Quantrell Douglas attacks the rim to score for BC. 16 points for Douglas in the game. Centaurs up by 20. Patterson in trouble on the baseline, gets it to Adrian Sprinkles. He goes and scores another big hoop. 17 in the game for Sprinkles. Patterson with 24 points in the game. And Brooklyn Center, having lost to North by 22 points back in December, wins this one 81-76. They advance to the state tournament for the first time in 35 years.
I mean, we came out, big payback. It's a big payback right there from earlier in the season. And, man, just came back, played hard, came in like an underdog.
3 years ago, a group of young men decided to come to Brooklyn Center High School with a vision. And we didn't know how long it was going to take, but we were confident that it was going to happen. There was one shared belief. We believed it, and now we achieved it.
The Centaurs are the number 2 seed for the Class 2A tournament. They meet Breckenridge in the quarterfinal round Wednesday at 6 p.m. at Williams Arena.
The Section 4A final featured 2 unlikely entrants. 6th seed Mounds Park Academy against 5th seed Heritage Christian Academy. Heritage Eagles looking to get to the state tournament for the first time ever. The Panthers work it inside for Yaya Mater, and he scores plus a foul. Phil Burgee lines it up for 3 and hits for the Eagles, and they lead 19-16. Mounds Park's Nick Guyang drives hard and scores, and he makes it 27-all. It's a crazy end of the first half. Heritage's Ben Allen sends a long outlet pass to Seth Halverson, and he gets the big jam. The Eagles lead 31-27 at the break. TJ Guggenberger hits a big 3 for Heritage early in the second half. The Eagles go up by 10. And it's Allen with a sweet no-look pass to Burge, and he scores as Heritage starts to roll. Halverson nails a baseline three-pointer with a hand in his face. He scores 26 to lead all scorers. Then Halverson adds the proverbial dagger with the steal, dunk, plus a foul. Heritage Christian Academy wins 64-56. The Eagles are section champions for the first time.
It feels amazing. Just working as a team this whole year, and especially in sections, has been awesome. We couldn't do it without the entire team. And it's just a great feeling when we've never gone before. We're the first to do it, and also our girls went this year, and they're the first to do it. So just a great year for our sports at Heritage.
Heritage meets Northwoods, a team from Cook, way up north in the Class A quarterfinals. The Grizzlies are the top-seeded team in the tournament. That game is at 3 p.m. Thursday at Williams Arena.
Another great week of basketball, Jay.
Yeah, amazing how many girls and boys teams have done well in getting into that tournament. Still to come on Sports Jam, highlights from the state girls basketball tournament with one team taking home a championship.
Welcome back to the show. What a week for local teams at the state girls basketball tournament.
That's right, John. 2 teams from the area made it all the way to championship games in their respective classes, and that included first-time entrant Cooper. The top-seeded Hawks meeting second-seed Northfield for the Class 3A championship. Cooper takes control early. Kiara Wheeler gets it to TT Longs for the hoop and foul, and it's 8-0 Hawks. Asia Wheeler knocks down a long 3, but Cooper really struggles from the floor for much of the half. They're up 18-12 at this point. Northfield's Grace Touche hits a baseline turnaround to beat the halftime buzzer, and the Raiders pull within 20-18 in a low-scoring first half. Second half, Asia Wheeler makes one of her patented drives for the layup. It's 26-20 Hawks. She scores 15. Hugh Gaston makes a tough layup as she's falling down for a 30-25 lead. Maybe the biggest shot of the game, a long 3 by Drea Tribble to give Cooper some breathing room at 33-25. Then 4 Hawks touch the ball on this play as they get a layup for Longs. And Cooper celebrates a championship in their first ever trip to the tournament. 49-37 Hawks is the final.
It means a lot. You know, on our shirt it says her story, because we're the first girls to ever do it at Cooper. We get special treatment at school, and it's a difference. They didn't know us at first, but they know us now.
Congratulations to the Hawks. In Class 4A, it seemed pretty clear that the top 2 seeds would likely meet in the final. Second seed Hopkins hope to avenge an earlier loss to top seed Eastview. Hopkins in the title game for a 4th straight season. Paige Beckers is on fire early. She pops a long 3 for an early 12-6 Royals lead. Then Beckers drives to the hoop for 2 more. She scores 14 of Hopkins' first 16 points and 37 for the night. Delayla Chicolas takes the pass in transition to score, plus the foul, and it's 19-8 Royals. But Eastview chips away at the lead, and the layup by Megan Wallstead pulls the Lightning within 33-30 at halftime in a good battle. Second half, and Eastview gets it ahead to Macy Guibert for the layup and foul as they surge into the lead 40-37. Mariah Alapade knocks down a big 3 for the Lightning as they go up by 5 with about 7 minutes left. Hopkins battles back late. Chicolas gets the rebound and put back to pull them within 1, but that's as close as they get. Hopkins finishes second for a 3rd consecutive season. 68-63 Eastview is the final.
Maple Grove made the Class 4A tournament field for the first time since 2011. The Crimson taking on Lakeville North in the state quarterfinals at Target Center. Rebecca Tyler made 3 3-pointers in the game, including this one in the first half, that puts Maple Grove ahead 11-5. Lauren Jensen was the best player on the floor. The Panthers sophomore drives hard to the basket and scores 2 over 31 points. North leads by 5. Late first half, Autumn Maliner hits a 3-pointer for Grove. She scored 19 points in the game. Maple Grove leads by 5 at the break. Second half, Maliner finds Abby Schulte cutting to the basket to score. Maple Grove's lead grows to 8 points. Lakeville North comes back. Kari Makura in the lane scores 2 plus a foul. Panthers are ahead 50-46. Trailing by 1 late in regulation, Katrina Tice gets to the basket. Her shot is off, but Maliner rebounds and puts it up and in. Maple Grove's in front. This game goes to overtime. In OT, Schulte scores 6 points. Crimson would go ahead by 4. But Lakeville North comes back to tie again, and with 0.3 seconds to go, Jensen knocks down the game-winning free throws to win it for Lakeville North, 68-66. That put the Crimson into the consolation bracket. Maliner's buzzer-beating 3-pointer gave the Crimson a 3-point win over Prior Lake. In the consolation final, Cretin-Derham Hall defeated Maple Grove 64-57. Maple Grove finishes the season with a 25-7 record. It was the 9th consecutive trip to state for Maranatha Christian Academy, but the first in Class 2A. Mustangs face Mesabi East in the quarterfinals. Desiree Ware with a great crossover for Maranatha, and she splits the defenders to score 2 early. It's 11-5 Mustangs to start. Isabel Flory hits Brianna Smestead, flashing open on the wing for a 3-pointer. 21-9 Maranatha. Smestead scores 11 points in the game. Miss Basketball finalist Jacqueline Jarnett drives it all the way to the hoop to score 2 over 12 points. MCA leads 38-28 at halftime. Second half, Macy Smith drives to the hoop for the basket and foul. Mustangs dominate the second half. They roll into the semifinals and then 85-49 win. But in the semis, the Mustangs lost 78-66 to Roseau despite 25 points from Jarnett. That put Maranatha into the third place game. They fell to Norwood Young America there, and they finished fourth in Class 2A.
Heritage Christian Academy broke through into the state tournament for the first time this season. The Eagles reward meeting top seed Lyle Pacelli in the state quarterfinals. Heritage works it around the perimeter for Taylor Scott, and she nails a three. The Eagles, though, have a hard time with Lyle's 6'5" center Christy Fett. She scores underneath here. Scott drives and will hit a scoop shot for the Eagles. She nets 24 points in the game. Kendall Truckenmiller is open in the corner, and she hits for the Athletics. They lead 34-23 at halftime. Fett continues to do damage down low. The turnaround off the glass gives Lyle a 40-27 lead. Then Fett gets her own rebound and puts it back. She leads all scorers with 25 points and also 18 rebounds. Lyle Pacelli advances, and they did win the state title. The loss put Heritage into the consolation bracket. The Eagles defeated Monaga 66-59. Annika Simonson led all scorers with 22. Jordan Allen was a perfect 7 for 7 from the floor and had 18 points. And in the game for fifth place, Heritage lost 63-47 to Ada Borup. Scott scored 29.
The Robbinsdale Hopkins Robins adapted floor hockey team found itself in a familiar spot Saturday in the championship game of the PI division. Robins taking on defending champion Brainerd for the title. The Warriors in blue, number 18, Jacob Heinlein, puts the puck out front. It comes back onto his stick, and he'll put it away here for a goal. Brainerd takes a 3-0 lead. Second period, and watch this play. The Robins' Sam Rolls lets a long distance shot fly, hits the back of the net for a goal. Rolls gets Robbinsdale on the board. Later, he causes a turnover. He'll get the puck to Vincent Liu. Liu turns and fires. His goal makes it a 3-2 game. Robins trail by a goal again later in the second period. And Isaiah Joyner passes to Calvin Gert for the quick shot and goal. That ties the game at 4, heading into the third. But Brainerd dominates the final period. Jake Heikkinen nets one of his 4 goals here. The Warriors take the state title with a 11-4 win. Maple Grove won the third place game in PI. Anoka Hennepin CI division team placed 4th in their tournament. Great season for the Robins, and Jay, getting back to basketball, what a run for Cooper, celebrating that state title on Saturday night. Yeah, great performance by their team coming into the season. They knew they'd be pretty good, but they ran the table and did a great job, so congratulations to the Hawks. Straight ahead in our Sports Jam Spotlight, we meet a local small school basketball player who has bounced back from adversity to lead his team into the state tournament. The Heritage Christian Academy boys basketball team won the Section 4A title, advancing to the state tournament for the first time ever. The Eagles' floor leader is senior Ben Allen, and Jason Melillo profiles him in this week's Sports Jam Spotlight.
Certain players, special players, make everyone around them better. The Heritage Christian Academy boys basketball team has a guy like that in senior point guard Ben Allen.
I would probably say that Ben's the best pure point guard that we've had in our program. He doesn't turn the ball over. He makes great passes. He's always looking to get others involved. He's a pass-first guy almost to a fault.
Allen came off the bench as a freshman and was a starter by his sophomore year. He's progressed as a leader and point guard and relishes his role as the Eagles' floor general.
I do try to make others better, whether that's getting them good shots they can make, putting them in just good situations and helping them succeed because it boosts their confidence, it boosts our team's confidence.
Heritage has 11 seniors this season, but only Allen and Seth Halverson had varsity experience. Allen and Halverson had to step up to help the team gel together.
Me and Seth kind of realized that this is our last shot, and we got some great surrounding pieces that have pitched in and helped us out and made this run in the postseason here.
I think Ben, with his experience throughout basketball and his whole career, I think he's really tied together us pretty well. With his experience, he's kind of the mood setter, and everything kind of revolves around him. The attitude, how we play. I mean, if he's playing well, I think it kind of lifts us up a little bit, and we kind of play off of his attitude.
Allen has also played through a chronic shoulder injury that's plagued him for several years. Heritage coaches talked a lot about the importance of keeping Allen healthy this season, but Allen wasn't used sparingly. In fact, he's an Iron Man for the Eagles, rarely coming off the floor.
Just seeing how he's kind of navigated that road of being injured from frustration, from other things. He had the shoulder kind of pop out again this year. You know, and just to see him not get down about it, but really just focus on getting back and whether he has to wear the brace or not and trying to navigate that road. It's really been a maturity issue for him. It's just, you know, not an issue, but a maturity progression for him to see him from getting down on himself and getting down about the injuries to saying, all right, next play, how do I go from where we are to where I want to be?
It's been a special winter for Heritage basketball. Both the boys and girls teams won section titles for the first time, and senior Ben Allen feels lucky to be a part of it all.
The girls going to state, that's really like kind of energized us too, and we're like seeing what they get to go through like this week as like they've prepared. We just had a pep fest for them today, and how they get to stay in a hotel downtown, play at Williams, maybe at Target Center, and it's like we're like, we want to do that too.
Heritage plays top-seeded Northwoods in the first round of the Class A state tournament Thursday afternoon. Jay is back in a moment as he talks with the Section 5 4A champion Osseo Orioles.
Welcome back to Sports Jam. As we saw earlier in the show, the Osseo Orioles are headed to the state boys basketball tournament after a thriller over Park Center. We're joined by a couple of the Osseo guys, starting with Richard Mulbah. Well, this was about as intense as it gets. How fun of a night was this to battle your rival like that and come out on top?
It was really fun, especially our whole school was here and everybody came to support us. We came in as the underdogs, but we're going out as champions, and I feel great. I love our school, I love our spirit, I love the city of Osseo. I just want to tell everybody thank you. We made it.
What did you feel like was kind of the key down the stretch for you guys to pull it out? You know, it's such a close game. You got a little bit of a lead, but what was the biggest thing that won this one for you?
I feel like it came down to free throws. Coach told us to slow the ball down, and once we slowed the ball down, we started moving, and we got in their head, and they had to come out and foul us. So I feel like it was free throws, big-time free throws from Jonathan Fowler, and everything just worked out.
They obviously had a little more size. Dane Danger's a tough guy to deal with. You and Chike and all the other guys had to battle him. You know, how much fun was it, or how tough was it to battle underneath it with those guys?
Oh, it's tough, but it's fun. It's a fun thing. I'm quicker than those guys, so it's easier for me to get around them and stuff and like get in front of them. So we practice this every day in practice, getting tough. So I had to show it. It's just something I had to bring out tonight.
Richard, great job here in the section final, and have fun in the state tournament.
Thank you,
and Emmette Page fouling out late in this final, but you had some key moments, some clutch plays. How much fun was it for you tonight?
It was, I mean, I'm still in shock, but it was a lot of fun. I'm glad that my teammate really stepped up after I fouled out, and wow.
You'd played this team twice before, winning once, losing once. You know, how confident were you in the game plan coming in that you guys had a shot to pull this off?
Well, I think the first game, I think we slowed things down, and then the second game, I felt like I think we tried to speed the game up, and then this third game, we just slowed the pace down.
Obviously some good teams in the state tournament, but what do you feel about your chances heading in now?
I feel like we're just another one of those teams, and we're ready to roll.
Emmette, thanks for joining us. Have fun in the state tournament.
Thank you.
Emmette Page, one of the standouts for the Osseo boys basketball team as they win the Section 5 championship in a thriller over their arch rival Park Center.
Stock up the shelves of your local food shelf during the month of March by participating in Minnesota Food Share Month. Get more details at ccxmedia.org.
And that will do it for this week's show.
We name our all-area teams in basketball and hockey next week, plus highlights from the state boys basketball tournament. We'll see you next time here on Sports Jam.